All right. Hey, Amy Carter's in the kitchen here from Sarah's Place. Not in the screen, but that's okay. She's over by the stove, hard at work, making something that I grew up eating for breakfast, which is creamed dried beef.
Yes.
Is that what you're calling it? That's what we call it.
Chipped beef on toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I lived.
A lot of people have another name for it. We'll leave that out because, you know, this is family television.
And I'll tell you why that's called that. But you know the 9/11's coming, the 6/11's coming in this weekend.
Yes.
So this was one of the recipes they had that was on the menu in the dining car.
Oh, very good.
So it's been around for a long time. It originated, as far back as we found, is World War I. The reason why they call it SOS is because the soldiers they carried around dried beef a lot because they couldn't get in their C rations or their MR or whatever they call them nowadays.
Right. Meals ready to eat, yeah.
Yeah, and so what they do is they would take that, they take the powdered milk, mix it together, so that right there makes them taste really bad.
Right.
And of course, in the mess halls, they use a lot of powdered milk. That's why they call it that. But they would fix it because all they had was a dried beef, and if they found milk or something like that, they could stretch out their K rations.
Well, very good.
That is the reason why.
But, you know, years later, here we are. We can make it nicer than that. What are you searching for?
I'm searching for, I thought I brought out my, something to serve it with.
Okay, well, that's helpful. All right, so tell everybody how you made this.
Okay, what you do is you take dried beef. You can get them in little packages in the frozen, in the dairy product or the meat product, meat area. But the problem is they're not as dried as this. Armour has had this around forever because this is what my mom always used. Okay. And you find that in the canned meat aisle.
Okay. Yep.
And all. So it's really nice. Use that, flour, cream, half and half for milk. I like to use half and half and partly milk. Today I'm doing it differently. Usually they have pepper, a little butter, cut up this, put it in the pan. You'll saute it up.
Yeah. Now, did you add something to the flour and the cream and all that? Because that kind of doesn't have much flavor. So I guess the beef is where the flavor's coming from.
Yeah, they usually just use pepper because you don't want to use salt because this is really salty anyway.
Right.
But what I do is I've changed it up. I use paprika. And then when I saute this up, I use spinach now. It just gives a little bit more texture and a little bit more flavor. Then once this is done, I take it out of the pan, you heat up your milk, you make a roux with just a little bit of milk and some flour, and you just whip it up real good because you don't want it lumpy.
Right.
Once this starts heating up into almost a boil, you put the roux in, then you put the rest in, and there it goes. And you just have to, what I do is I always use a whisk when I go and thicken it up because you do not want the flour to have these big lumps. That's the worst.
Right.
And then you just serve it. It takes a while. Do not put it on high and try and heat it up too fast. But, and then you just pour it over your...
I'll tell you what, that smells like growing up right there is what that smells like.
I've never heard of this.
Really?
I really haven't. I'm really excited.
See, we lived up, my dad worked for DuPont. We lived up north. And it just, and not that far, Delaware. My mom was from Maryland. My dad was from Newport News. But we never heard of biscuits and gravy till we moved down south. This was the biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, this is basically the Norse version.
And the roux and the milk and all, you can do stuff for dinner. You can do creamed turkey. And they also have that on the recipe. I mean, on the menus and all. So we had a whole kinds of stuff. Yeah, it is a little drippy. But this is one of my favorite breakfasts ever.
This really tastes like biscuits and gravy. It's really good.
It is. Yeah, well, that's what they did. They just changed the chipped beef out to sausage down south and put it over biscuits.
Hey, tell everybody what's going on at Sarah's Place. I know you have a very busy week this week.
Oh, my gosh, with the 6/11 coming in, we have all kinds of things going on. We will be open all weekend because, according to Peg McGuire, there are 15 to 20,000 people descend, even from Japan, descending on there, which I'm sure later on the week when she's on.
There's also the sidewalk art show going on.
And the Lebanese festival.
That's right.
So there's a lot going on downtown. We will be open. We might have a booth up near the Transportation Museum to sell people out there. So just come on out. We just have a really busy week, and I cannot wait for 6/11 to come back. It is going to be hopping downtown.
This is really good. This is made from scratch. I think my mom just opened up a packet and made it.
Yeah, you can do that if you're in a hurry and you don't know how to do things.
That was good too, but this is really good.
I feel so late to the game on this. I can't believe I've never heard of this.
You've been missing out.
You're just so young.
No, you've missed out all these years. But now you have no excuse not to try it. We'll put the recipe on our website, virginiafirst.com, and check out Amy at Sarah's Place, would you?
Oh, please do.
Please. And like her Facebook page.
Yes.
Because, you know, you put your specials on there and let people know what's happening.
And we're really close. We're in like about 40 people away from 1,000.
Oh, come on, everybody. We can get you to 1,000.
I got to know.
We'll put a link to it on ours as well, and then it'll make it easy for folks to find. Thank you so much. This is really delicious.
Anytime.
Your Fox 2127 Morning News will be right back.